Alrighty, so let's talk about the scene here from episode 17 coming this Sunday for some people, or the Sunday afterwards for a lot of other people. This is a scene of Maggie, a few others like Daryl. There's the metal masked man. I think his name is Elijah, but I could be wrong about that. We haven't actually heard it on the show yet, so that's why I'm a little confused, but I'm pretty sure his name is Elijah. There's another new character. There's Kelly here. And yeah, they're returning to Maggie's, I guess, hideout or the place that they were staying in for the meantime. And Hershel is missing. So what's happening here? So let's talk about the scene. Before we go any further, this will contain spoilers for the episode. I gave a general synopsis here, but they go into a lot more stuff here in this episode that teases and I guess basically is outright confirmation now on what is actually going on between Maggie and Daryl in this episode. So yeah, this is your spoiler warning. And if you are new here, you want more Walking Dead content like this, as always, like I always say in every video, just make sure to be a subscriber. We're also almost at 4,000 followers on Instagram, so if you're interested, make sure to go follow me there. I do want to do more stuff with my Instagram. I don't really use it a lot, at least like other people do, because I'm just not really, I don't use a lot of things online, and I'm not, yeah, but like besides YouTube, I don't do anything, right? So I do want to find a way to be a little more involved and do some more like fun stuff on there. I've heard people talk about creating a Discord where we can have like conversations, stuff like that. The thing is, I don't really know how to do that. I've used Discord before, but like my brother set it up for me, so I have no idea how to do that. Like I am very, like I don't know how to use technology that well, so I know what I know, and that's basically it. But I can look into things, but I definitely am. I'm very interested in doing more stuff on like on Instagram or live streams and stuff like that. On the channel here, I actually do have like the ability to do like the membership thing, but I just don't know what to do with that. I could always just do live streams, but I kind of do that anyways. Like I don't know. Anyways, let's just talk about this scene here. Maggie does return to the place that she was staying at, and her and her group find everything burnt down. Now, I think when this is happening, I think this scene here of them, it's like an early scene, and they're like, you see everybody here. This is obviously happening much later in the episode because Hershel is there. Maggie is not with Hershel in the beginning of the episode, and we learned from the opening minutes that Maggie told Hershel that, you know, like we're under the same sky and we can see the same stars or the moon or sun or whatever, so like we are closer together. I will be back kind of thing. And yeah, Hershel's not with Maggie at that point. There's going to be a bunch of stuff that Maggie goes through, and even in this scene here, Hershel is not here. But when you get to this shot, Hershel is here with them. So obviously this is towards the end of episode 17, and I think this is them arriving back to Alexandria, because I think that's where the episode is going to end. I think that Maggie and Negan, they'll interact in the beginning, and I think that'll be it. I think they might see each other near the end, and there may be some more stuff that Carol and Maggie have to talk about, because the episode Home Sweet Home, or the table read for Home Sweet Home, we did have Carol and Maggie talking about Negan. We had a lot of scenes of Daryl and Maggie talking about Negan as well. So we know we're getting all of that, but yeah, obviously we know Hershel's going to be fine. They're not going to kill him off in the episode that they're introducing him in, but I can't wait because I've heard that he has dialogue in the episode, and I can't wait to hear him talk, and just, yeah, I want to see how good of a little actor he is, right? Like Carl in the beginning Chandler Riggs was really awesome, and Judith as well is really awesome. I can't wait to see this kid, you know, I hope he gets a lot of dialogue. If he is a really awesome actor, they will definitely give him a lot to do. Like Judith, she has so many scenes, like so much dialogue on the show. She is a main character on the show, right? So it would be kind of cool to develop Hershel in that way, to give him more of a leading role, or not leading role, you can't do that, but more of a bigger role, I would say, just like Judith, because Judith, she's not in every episode. She's not there for the big things, but she's kind of around. I think you could do the same thing with Hershel, and I think it would be really nice to see, because you want to, you know, Hershel looks a lot like Glenn with the hat and the same kind of shirt. Like he's, you know, I think that was very intentional. So to keep that spirit alive on the show, I think, yeah, give him a lot of scenes, especially in this final season coming up. But when Maggie returns, she finds everything has been burnt down, and Hershel is missing. She can't find Hershel anywhere. And so now she is freaking out about this. She wants to find her son, because obviously she has went through very traumatic things before with her family. she knows what this could mean, so she's obviously freaking out. And I do like how, it's not territorial, it's not the word, but I guess motherly would be the right word. Like when she says, I have to go find my son. When she says that, I think it's just Lauren Cohen's performance, but she seems like a mom now, right? Like she seems like a very experienced mom. Like she's been a mom for a very long time now. It doesn't seem like she's just acting like a mom. Like, no, it seems like she is a mom now. And it's kind of cool to see Maggie progress in a way like that, right? Because in the beginning, she was just like this young farm girl, and now it's been however many years. She's definitely in her 30s now, because I think when the show started, or at least in season 2, she was like early to mid 20s. It's been 10 years, so she's like early to mid 30s now. We also did learn of a new group, and they're called the Reapers. This is, I think, episode 17 only thing. Like, I think maybe if we got a Maggie spinoff, we could learn more about them. But I think they're basically like the wolves, right? If not less than that, because the wolves were there for, I think it was more than one episode. It was a few episode thing, but they were a very small thing. I think the Reapers, it's basically going to be like the Highwaymen, because like Angela King, she does come up with these, these little groups and stuff, and she adds a lot to this. Like the Highwaymen, she came up with that because she wanted more heads on the pikes in that scene in season 9. For this group, I think this is just to do something with Maggie and Daryl, and I am interested. I'm really interested in this group. It's so weird watching it, I will say. Like, I can definitely tell that it's been shot digitally, because there's a different tone to the show. It's not like good or bad, it's just different. And I think some people are going to like it, some people won't. But I think overall you're not going to really notice, but it's just a little weird. And watching it, like, I don't know, it reminds me of watching, like, it's not going to make any sense, but it reminds me of watching Beast Wars on like Fox and stuff like that when I was a kid. Like, there's just a certain episode, I think the episode was called The Trigger, and there's a feeling there. I know it's a nostalgic feeling, but when I watched like the scenes here, it reminds me of that. That's probably just going to be a very personal thing too, obviously. But yeah, I am really interested in how much the show is going to change visually. Like, really, it is going to be hard for me to say until I've actually watched the episode. Then I'll know once I've watched the whole thing. And then also when you can compare it to like previous episodes, right? There's also a new character here. I don't know what his name is, but to me, I think I'm just going to call him Jesus 2.0, because he looks a lot like comic Jesus. It's pretty hilarious, because I think a lot of people were pretty upset that Jesus was killed off in season 9. But the thing about that character was, I would say that was his time. Like, that was, his death was definitely, like, that episode was so perfect with the introduction of the Whispers, and it was terrifying, it was scary, it was just everything that you want, right? And so I think it was a very perfect and amazing send-off. But Jesus finally in that episode did a lot of things that we wanted him to do for a very long time, right? Which was just like, all the acrobatics and fighting and stuff that he can do. He's basically a ninja. So we got to see him do all of that, but we wanted to see that in All Out War. There was a lot of stuff in All Out War, I'm pretty sure. In the comic, I remember there being a scene where he kicks a grenade back. We never got that on the show. So we finally get it in that episode, and then he's killed off. And, visually, sometimes this show does do things like that. Like, if you think of Aaron looks a lot like Comic Rick. He has the beard, he has the hand. I do think they are doing that intentionally a little bit, right? Like, I think they're making some of these characters have some of those comic moments, just because the show is based off of the comics, so you can do things like that, obviously. It's just, yeah, I don't know. For now, I'm going to call him Jesus 2.0 until we can find out what his actual name is, but he seems like a cool character. He seems very close to Maggie. I don't know if he's going to turn out to be a villain in the end. I don't know what his backstory is really, and where he's from and stuff like that, but just from this scene, he seems to be kind of, if Maggie wants to stay in Alexandria or in the hilltop and rebuild and stuff like that, he might have issues with that, or with the Commonwealth. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but I am interested in learning more about Maggie's people here, because this is just a whole new group that she's been a part of, right? Hershel knows them more than he knows anyone in Alexandria, which is kind of weird. But as for any of my predictions on the Reapers group and just anything that can happen there, I don't really have any strong predictions other than the group is probably going to die within the episode. I think they are going to hunt down Maggie and Daryl. Obviously, they are going to get trapped at some point in the episode, but I think they'll get out. And I'm interested in seeing this tiny mini story here learning more about Maggie's backstory, what she's been up to, and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know if we're going to get too much of the group. I think we'll see them. They've been named now. We know they're the Reapers, but yeah, why do they call them the Reapers? Is it just a name for... Are they a part of a larger community? Is this just like a scouting, patrol group that's out there, like following them? There's a lot here that we have to learn more about, and I do hope it is something like that, just because it adds more to the world, right, to the universe of The Walking Dead. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But we are 2 days away, so look forward to my I guess non-spoiler review coming this Sunday. I also will be doing a live stream, and then potentially a video on the preview special. Depends on if they announce anything, we get any more footage, and yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that, because I have a feeling that everything that they do talk about in the preview special we already know. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But post all your thoughts down below. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.